And today, we are going to start again Great Ace Attorney Chronicles Resolve with William Shakespeare. And where were I think we're on the second part of the trial or something. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I never know how long it's gonna take. So we had these like 5 trials I have to go through, and it's like second one. And I just finished a tutorial. So yeah, it's gonna take forever. 22nd February, 1:11 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Phew, we made it back in one piece. Just. Wait, did we finish the trial? Second part? Oh, I guess we did. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages on the street of London. You were very nearly flattened several times. What? How are you not flattened? I thought you were with me. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Yes, I know. She's making fun of you. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. Oh, thank you. And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time. Oh, it's investigation time. Starting again. Let's see if we can't find some new clues for court tomorrow. God darn, these courts are so fast. Give us more time to investigate. We're not properly prepared. Yes, let's do that. Is everything alright? I suppose. I still can't quite believe it, that's all. Wait, what's going on? That I'm here in not London. England, working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. Dude, we had like 5 trials here already. Dude, get used to it. Has it not been like months or something? The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him, staying in my shoes. Kazuma! Oh, hello, nani? Modded investigators. Yeah, look how cute they are. Good morning. It should be Kazuma. Kazuma! Who died? It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Oh, wait, are we actually gonna solve his thing? Soon, please? Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. Well, he's dead, so. And you're doing wonderfully with Naruhodo-san. But not as good as Kazuma. I know she thinks that in her heart. I have no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us. But it's not Kazuma-sama. Thank you, Susato-san. Thank you. It's not the same. Ah. Nothing to examine here, right? I don't think there's anything here. Today's trial. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand. I know. Oh yeah, he's a thief, isn't he? Not only that, but then finding out he is actually a bare-faced gas thief as well. It was smart though. Yes, that was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Soseki-san poisoning the tea. That's great. Careful of your phrasing, Susato-san. He didn't poison anything. There's more to this Mr. Shakespeare than we yet know of, I'm sure of it. Dude, I thought he was doing some like weird trade with doing the soap out the window. Like, doing something, making something, and then putting it out the window, and then people just taking the soap from his window, so... Oh well. Mr. Shakespeare certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first. What's become of him, actually? I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward, where he was receiving treatment. Oh, which one is that? Don't tell me it's the same one as Olive Green. Let me see. Ah, yes, he's at St. Bartholomew's. Sorry, I just think One Piece all of a sudden. Or Bart's, as Londoners call it. We know that place, don't we? Yes. Yes, we visited Miss Queen there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken. She's gonna die. She's gonna be the next victim. Ah, yes, after Soseki-san stabbed her in the back. But he didn't stab her. Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruhodo-san. You didn't stab anyone. Perhaps we both owe Soseki-san an apology. St. Bartholomew's. Yes, we should probably visit the hospital later. What's Cosmo's wishes? So, we know that Soseki-san took tea to the victim on the night in question, but as he isn't the culprit, then obviously... Yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, How on earth did poison get into Mr. Shakespeare's body? I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. Well, I mean, he went somewhere before 9, right? Maybe it's a slow-acting poison from then. There must be something in Mr. Shakespeare's room that will help solve the mystery. Well, naturally, Scotland Yard's detectives have been over the place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think. I like how, not confident that was. Definitely. And I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bar of soap. I know, right? We could run that, right? Well, if we run into Inspector Gregson, we could ask him about it. What's his wishes? I wonder if there's like a note somewhere. Kazuma Asogi, the best friend I ever had, and a lawyer with such promise. He really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. That's such a non-Japanese phrase to think about it, like bacon of all words. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. That I should... What? As a stowaway? Oh, that one. Yes, you can fit inside my trunk if you curl up small enough, I'm sure. No one will know. That's how we smuggled people back then, yeah. Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Why go to these lengths so that I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial. That you really ought to go into law. Be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it. Believe me, I guarantee it. I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, I can't force you, obviously. You'll have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world. The city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. Believe in me who believes in you. Yep, exactly. No, that's true. I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day, you can solve the mystery that's been plaguing us forever. One day what? Oh, no. Never mind. Dude, tell me! In your flashback, you're gonna die anyway. Tell me. Or leave a memo. Naraho-san? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes, he's forever in my thoughts too. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right, but... there was something else. Yes? I do wonder if his true intentions lay somewhere elsewhere sometimes. I don't know, the thought just takes hold of me every now and then, that's all. Naruto-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions? I mean, this. Wait! What if he carved it into a sword? No, maybe that's too far-fetched. Maybe there's a hint in this sword. This katana? I never expected to inherit the sword after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. You'd think people would ban that. Like, that's a legit katana. But okay. Yes. Actually, the night before you died, he told me a little about the sword. Dude, we're gonna get some clues here. Come on, give me the clues! It's carved. It's written. Something. Karuma? Wait. Karuma as in like... That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Sagi clan. The Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Until you died! To be fair, Ace Attorney verse feels like it has no issues with weapons at court. That's very true. They can drink wine, they can have what is it, makeshift gun, whatever. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. See, he told us, but he never told us what. Whips that they actually actively use. Oh yeah! Well, that existed too. Maybe it started from these two that hold katana, and ever since then they're like, you know, weapons are natural in court. And it leads all the way to current times. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Tell me before you die. Oh, of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I'd hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but as yet I've not found a single clue. I know, it's the thing Sherlock's been holding back from us. I see. And your father's is though. Okay, that's it for that. Can I present something to her? I have all the clues from back then, wow. Let's move on. Oh my god, there's so many places to go. Should we go say hello to— oh yeah, she does tell us stuff to do. I didn't even know that. I need to bring my reading skills. 22nd February, Home Sweet. Home Sweet. Oh, Bruno and Susie! Hooray, you're back! Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see. I am, and you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie. Oh, you flatter me. Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I've just made a pot of tea. I'll set some cups. Really? Thanks. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Really? Thanks, Iris. But actually, what is that foul smell? It's him, of course. Aha! The Wanderers returned at last. Where on earth have the pair of you been? We've been in court, yeah, you know, cause, you know, we're lawyers. Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case. That was today, was it? I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Holmes. No, yesterday. It's okay, you have bad memory just like I do. At least he's not redheaded anymore. Was he red? What? Was he? I'm sure you think you did. I'm sure you think you did. It's not even like, yeah, I forgot. It's, I'm sure you think you did. Yeah, it's not me, it's you. Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Am I getting playthroughs mixed up? He had red hair? I don't remember. Did he? No, he did. No, I don't think so. Reasonably well so far. We've managed to escape without a guilty verdict, at least. Really, I would have liked to see it. And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long. Who? Is Lord Van Zeek's an acquaintance, Mr. Holmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruto. Not quite what I asked, but still. You're friends? Mr. Holmes. Whatever is that odor? Yes, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful. Ah, indeed. That's a scent of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science. Oh dear. Alright, I'll bite. What's he up to now? Oh, the BGM. Do I just like look around? I already looked through everything, so like... Wait, was it this one? No, it's not. Oh, nothing looks out of... whatever, so... Lord Van Zeeks. Lord Baroque Van Zeeks. Yes, it's an interesting... sobriquet? I don't remember what that means. He has, isn't... I feel like I remember that somewhere though. Reaper of the Bailey. Once a legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts, sooner or later the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. Wait, BGM. But vanish how exactly? By falling under a passing carriage, or drowning in the Thames, or succumbing to a sudden fever, or, quite out of the blue, being set upon by a highwayman. How do you set upon by a highwayman? There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. It all seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit, for the time being at least. That's not overly reassuring. If the rumors are true, though, obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Van Zeek's own hand. As it happens, Mrs. Sato, that is quite impossible. Oh? Why? Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. I mean, I would assume so. However, when these incidents occur, Reaper had always had a cast iron alibi. Really? And so his reign continued, but 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. Dude, it's like Mitsurugi again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruto. Man, he hated me so much, he wanted to like fight against me even though he was gonna quit being prosecutor. Wow, I'm amazing. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived, when I was thrust into that trial at the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death. Well, I mean, that's kind of exaggerating, coinciding with the Reaper's resurrection. It really did end bitterly indeed. And here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again. Poor Bruno, I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky. Or incredibly unlikable. That's probably the second one. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. Oh, y'all darn you racist. Back in the days. Racist against everyone, probably. Foul smell. So, what is that indescribably foul smell? Well, most probably this, I would say. What is that? It's so blue. My dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is genuinely at the drop of some tea. Oh my! What does that mean, actually? There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of draft liquor. Oh, I think I read about this in a manhwa. Where it's like, yeah, it's high quality, it's what it looks like, but it's actually just, you know, they dyed the tea in that color, and then when you know, pour the tea into hot water, it just like, the water comes out, and it's like murky because it's like dye. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah. Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior. So when one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris! Show us your scientific experiment. At the ready, Hurley! Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens? Well, not yet. I turned black. Oh, it's turned completely black. And what a foul odor it's giving off. Indeed, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be helping with the poison and tea thing. The blacker the tea becomes, and the more foul the odor, the better the tea is. Okay. I only play fighting games, but they introduced a drunken boxer Street Fighter 6 and he only drinks herbal medicine. Oh, I think I remember that guy. Wasn't the more is that a word? The more drunk he gets, the stronger he gets, but like the more he like moves around. Was it not just like drunken fist or something? I don't remember. Or was that a different thing? I'm remembering. It could have been a parody of that. It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling. That's very ingenious, but what do you do with that black liquid now? You throw it away. Why, dispose of it naturally. Surely you wouldn't drink it, would you? Look at his smug face. There does seem to be a rather obvious... Oh, oops, it fell down. Oh well. Rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Holmes. Now that you know it's high quality, you can't drink it, lol. Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam. Right. The point is, we are entering a new era of science, in the world of criminal investigation also. I forget what it's actually called, but at least in Street Fighter 6, he only gets stronger as he drinks. I could see someone getting wobbly in a different game, though. I've seen you play Street Fighter 6, although I don't know if I've seen someone play that guy, though. Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times. I regularly engage in this scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Sherlock Holmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based. This little tea indicant was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. Forensic science? I suppose I should find out more about that. We all know about this now. With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Mr. Sato and myself, I felt it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Van Zeke seems to have an inherent disdain of Japanese. I'm telling you, he had an ex-girlfriend who was Japanese and then she broke his heart and now he's like forever hating everyone Japanese. I'm calling it now, although it's probably not gonna happen, but still. It's a funny theory. Indeed, it is an interesting observation. He's acquainted with him, right? Wouldn't you know? Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Holmes? BGM, stop. It was about 10 years ago that Baron Van Zeke chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion, what's Kazuma? No. Hailed from the Empire of Japan. I mean, I was close enough. It was an ex-girlfriend. It was an ex-friend. No! What the? Tell us more, Mr. Holmes. What happened? I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair, but he just told us some. Oh, but... You already told us some. Might as well spill it now. The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe. Darn it. Darn it, he won't tell us. So, your T-test, is that an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality. Not a huge number of cases then. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted in our courts as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there. I hadn't even heard of them until recently. Which is partly why I undertake research in this field myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Holmes? There are others in that field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. No, what I'm researching is skin prints. Oh my god. Oh my god. Skin prints? A nomenclature of my own design, as is this chemical agent that makes it possible. And it instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation. Can you do that? I don't think you do that. Really, Mr. Holmes? As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black. That's very true. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensics talents in action very soon indeed. Oh, you mean like in court? Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues. That's the spirit, Renault. See you later. Oh my god. I do the same fast. Yes, until later. No, Mr. Holmes, we were thinking you'd come with us. You were? Yes, of course. You just said so a moment ago. You said we witnessed your forensic talents in action. Oh yes, I do recall saying something along those lines. That was 3 seconds ago. But you go on ahead. I shall be sure to follow you later. In all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might. Your commitment astounds me. Nice sarcasm. Oh, thank you, Mr. Holmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival. Lo, she took it as yes. Bye-bye, Renault. Bye, Susie. Well, there goes this one. Oh wait, I got a message. Wait. Oh. You. Okay, wait. Listening. Oh, I don't know what that is, but okay. Oh, well, move to next area. Her hospital bed. Do we still need to see her? Say 22nd February, St. Bartholomew's Hospital Recovery Ward. What do you suppose is happening? What are you talking about? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. Oh, of course they're arguing. Be not angry. Wait, what was this voice again? Be not angry, oh ample lady. Verily, thou art mistaken. What was her voice? Mistaken, my foot. You were looking at my painting. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. He's saying he didn't see it. 'Twas foul indeed, the poison that mustached villain gaveth me. Forgive me, my lady. Wait, what? What is he saying? I wish that you die from the poison. Oh my god, girl. God of mercy, ample lady, but thou seest I have vigor still. Behold my sham spirit dance. Oh my god. I'd be that lady too. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? She literally says, I hope you died, but okay. Oh my god, stop smiling at me. You should be in jail for a different matter. Ah, lo, 'tis the lawyer from the land whence riseth the sun. How now? What are you doing here, Mr. Shamsby? Mary, do I believe I am returning onto another ward? He was looking. That's what he was doing. Looking at my terrible work. Eastern fellow, so dark. He just ignored her. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh, well, thank you, dude. He was obviously doesn't mean that. Because you're the enemy. But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? Wait, what happened to his speech? Wow, I didn't know it was bendable. Wow, his attitude. A non-excellent. I actually don't know what that means. Mr. Shakespeare might technically be the victim in this case, but there's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down. Well, because he says everything in a weird way. I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person. Miss Green, is everything alright? Oh, yes, I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now. Oh, I see. That's good. We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it. And I got chubby sheets on that bed. It's like a cute fat sheep looking thing. I don't know, it's just cute. Is there anything to observe here? You looked at her painting, right? So, are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green? I am, thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me. Wow, self-deprecating. Well, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As far as I was concerned, I was just walking along in the snow one evening, minding my own business, and then, completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Also, Natsume Soseki. Oh no, I'm sure I was very lucky indeed. Really. I'll look back on this fondly. Oh, okay. Really? Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry to take up your time when you're obviously busy. Okay. Well, I guess we're done here. Are we done here? Yeah, we're done here. Oh, let's go see the scene of the crime. 22nd February. Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ground floor. Well, I mean, this is technically Mr. Shanspeare's, but whatever. Oh, hello again, Ms. Inspector Gregson. I want potato chips. What are you doing here? Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware. Yeah, I know the score. Oh, yes, one other thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it? With the tea in it? Yeah, we found it alright. And there was a small amount of tea in it, as you said. I knew it! It's with the identification section at the yard now. They're looking into it. Results should be available later today. Nice! That's wonderful news. Thank you. Hmm? Hmm? Pretty impressive performance in court this morning. Sorry? Nothing, forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here. Dude, we've had like 5 trials. Dude, it's a suspicious person here, like always. Mr. Holmes, what are you doing? What are you up to over there? What a question indeed! Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene? Wait, what are you doing in here, Holmes? What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me, once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems. Is now the time, Mr. Holmes? Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action as you promised? With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam. Oh. Don't ruin the scene, though. Oh, he puts on his mask. What's all this? Oh my god. Was this supposed to be his goggles? But no, he has his eyes just like sparkle, but okay. All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Nadahodo. Sherlock Holmes' sensational skin print seeker gun! Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample? From Mr. Shakespeare's cup? Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. Oh, you mean like cells? Then sure. Like dead skin cells or something? A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. That would be everything because he's in the room. This is his room. Here, try them on. There. Now spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed. Spray? How do I do that exactly? Little press of A on the area you're interested in is all that's required, like this. Oh, it's like the thing. Oh, what is that stuff? It's like fog. The suspension of the chemical indicator in a pressurized gas. It's the most efficient way to cover a large area. That's another invention I discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea. As you do. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. You may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on the night in question. Well, nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore, as long as you don't, like, tamper with the evidence. A, right? Ah, I'm spraying. Aw. He touched a box. He touched the chair. Nothing on the windowsill. His clothing. The lamp. You didn't touch a lamp? Look, there are dozens of handprints there. Oh. So there are, a great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out any one individual print, in fact. What is something behind the paintings, what that means? Except why would you like touch not the painting, but like the wall behind the painting, but okay. It brings a chill down my spine. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admired this picture? I guess. Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene after all. Hey, that's an artistic thing. Reference. And without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel. He's sticking his head inside. That would make sense. Oh, very true, Mrs. Sato. It's a bit of a mystery, then. Candle. What is that? I just like spray everything. Just stop. There's nothing else. Oh no, there is. I just sprayed this window. How dare you? Where else did I not spray? It sprayed all the way up to here, so I'm like, I don't need to spray that anymore. To the shelf. No, I think it's everything. Wait, that's everything. But I can't go back. Right. That means I'm missing something. Oh, wait, dude. No. Not the conversation again. Oh, no, wrong button. about this log? It's suspicious. Huh? What else is there? I already sprayed this thing. Why did you add more? You may need like point at it specifically, not spraying, but like I clicked this one, therefore I want to examine this in more detail. Like a cup. What else is there? Wait, can I go back? No, just spray. Court record. I only need this one, right? History? Maybe click on a picture again, but I already did that. That doesn't help. I would remove the picture. I don't know how to do that. What else is there to click on? Maybe I don't have the whole scene clicked out, so it's like... Oh, what? Okay. Oh, look at all this here. Ah, yes. Interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints. Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot? Maybe he hit something underneath the floorboards. Ooh, perhaps he just had a bad fall just here. There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over, though, is there? Hey, you can trip over nothing. I've tried. I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. See? I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Holmes. No, Mrs. Atto, no. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes, there's no obvious explanation. Okay, we're done. Thank you. Well, we sprayed Mr. Holmes' amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we? We did. But there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say. Oh, dude, that's so obvious. The board is... Handprints on the floor there and the wall by the picture, you mean? That's so obvious. Yes, and I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment. You mean, take it away. Ah! What is it, Mrs. Sato? Look here, Mr. Naruhodo. One of the floorboards has popped out. One of the... You mean, it's a secret hiding place? Duh. Excellent work, Mrs. Sato. So, what do we have in here? Wait, what are you lot doing? Inspector Gregson! Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate there. No need, Inspector. You continue digging into your portion of chips while we dig around the floor here. Your fancy talk's putting me off my food anyway, Sholmes. Our potato is like so huge compared to the rest of them. Your bit of evidence is exactly what I need. Let's all look at it together. Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find! And the painting. It's not a hiding place you can make use of in Japan. I don't think I could fit a straw tatami mat. No, I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there, too. Aren't you curious? Oh! I'll investigate at once. Take the picture out. I think he put his head inside. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Oh, really? Only the wall. Really? How disappointing. But then, how do you explain the handprints? I really can't think of why anyone would have been touching the wall over and over in one place like that. Oh. Camera? There you are, a print for you. Photograph of the handprints on the wall has been entered. Traces of handprints on the wall discovered using a skin print seeker gun. There are multiple prints on either side of hanging picture. Let's check it. Oh, thank you very much. This invention can make prints too? Nothing really out of place, I guess. Now then, I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there. I'm desperate to know. So am I. Examine. I'd love to know if there's anything hidden underneath that floorboard there. Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted. Inspector Gregson, really, it's been too long. Dude, you just saw each other. What is it, Holmes? I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there. Seeing as we're such good friends. We're not friends. He's like ignoring him, kind of. No, I suppose not. Oh, so for that. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. I killed to know what was under that floorboard. Oh, I ask. Alright then, fair's fair. What? Yeah, you better show it to us. You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill you in. Really, Inspector? Thank you. Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind, as fickle as the weather. Or stop making me out to be some kind of nut. There were 3 items under the floor there. Newspaper clipping, photographic print, and a tin box. Now, what do you want to know? Huh? All of them. Looks like this was cut out of the paper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time up in Manchester. How terrible. We made the headlines down here in London as well. The bloke had been sentenced to death, you see. But nature got him first. Oh my goodness! He committed a capital offense? Man by the name of Selden. Nasty piece of work. Into burglaries and murder. They say the hoard he knocked off was worth about £1,000. Hoard? Of treasure, you mean? Jewelry and the like, but he hidden it somewhere, and no one knows where. And now he's dead. Oh, well, we now know where it is now. It's here. Papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost. En route to hell. Or some such was the headline. Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor? Really random, but I feel like I want to play Neopets. Really random. I suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. First I'll go over the paperwork we've got to sell it back at the yard and see if I can turn anything up. I doubt Illness in prison while his route remained undiscovered. Let me look at it. Condemned criminal dies of natural causes in prison. Yeah, we all think so, right? Manchester's Strange Ways Prison announced the death of convicted murderer and burglar Selden by natural causes in the early hours this morning. He had been suffering with fever since the end of October. Alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead before his capital punishment could be carried out. Okay, poison. So, this is the photograph I found. Looks reasonably recent to me. Oh, it's the 2 judges, isn't it? Yes, it would appear to have been taken on the streets of the front of the house here. Oh wait, no, it's Olive Green's friend or something, wasn't it? And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Gerardep, the landlord, of course. Who's the young man on the right? Mr. Gerardep's son, perhaps? Perhaps. You can take that print if you like. Really? Are you sure? We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows the identity of the young fellow, that is. Yep, Olive Green's friend or brother or whatever. That is Moon Man, that's for true. Ah, is that true? Well, it's too bad if we do. Fortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes. My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work. Lol. So do your work. All the more reason not telling you. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. In photograph has been entered into court record. Show it to all green. I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. I mean, Mr. Shakespeare himself isn't in it. He's related to the guy. Photographing prints are still rare treasures in the East End. I imagine Mr. Garrett was rather delighted to have been immortalized. He probably made a proud present for it. Tin box has the jewels. I'm calling it now. Now this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it? Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it. If you were to find something inside that reveals the truth behind this case, I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised. Yeah, funnily enough, I've already had a look. Oh, nothing there. It's completely empty. What? Wait, I think someone killed James Bear and took the jewels then that James Bear was hiding. What? James Bear, give us a clue, man! Well. You didn't even have the chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruhodo. But anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box. Nothing. Yes, thin air. It's empty. Rather like how I feel inside. Is there nothing more to this box then? I wonder. Give it to us as evidence, please. Oh, darn. Meow. There's cat! Natsume's cat. Wasn't it calico cats are usually all girls? They say. Oh look! It's that lovely little kitty cat. What was its name? I forgot. It's Mr. Natsume's, isn't it? I don't think we ever asked him, actually. Why don't we call it, Wakahai? You know, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese. What? That's why he says Wakahai? About himself? Wow, that's old. I wonder how he got in here. Clever cat. Oh, wonderful. Well then, Wakahai, here's something delicious I bought for you from the Cat's Meat Men. Cat's Meat Men? Cat's Meat Man? That sounds like he serves cats as meat, but okay. Also, maybe the cat is actually involved in the case and it was like an unfortunate accident or something. I have no context for that. Is there any special meaning, significance to that word Wakahai? Not really. Just like a... I think it was... I could be wrong, of course. Natsume Soseki's book is called Wakahai wa Neko de Aru, I think. Or something along those lines. Where it's like... It literally just means I'm a cat, but the Wakahai is like super formal, old way of saying I. That's about it. I mean, I could be slightly wrong about that part, but it's definitely not the regular modern term for saying I. There's many ways to say I in Japanese. Which shows also your standing or how you think of yourself and whatever the heck. Meow. I hope that's not cat meat. Because that'd be cannibalism. He couldn't be happier now, look. I just hope we can bring some happiness to his owner, too. Oh, looks like Gregson is like down in the dumps. Let's examine the cat. I'm pretty sure that's important. He wouldn't show up if it's not important. Oh my god, so cute! I just realized I'm on the wrong side this whole time. I was supposed to be on the right side because the left side, because the right side has stuff, I think. Wait, where's our mouse? Okay, here it is. Oops. Wait. Oh wait, what? No, it's not. Huh? Okay. Yeah. I don't know why. I think there's something on the right side and stuff. Anyway. That was a cheeky little meow, Wakahai. but he's so adorable. I could sit and watch him forever. And touch him. I think he may not appreciate that after a while. We have an investigation to get back to. Oh, darn it, there's nothing with a cat? Really? Like, where'd he come from? I still want to examine the painting, though. Can I look at these again? Ah, the ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank on the ill-fated night. During their heated literary debate, yes. Who's stronger, Romeo and Juliet? It sounds like it was quite a discussion. Now I think of it, I'm sure that the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison. Wait. Maybe he took something that he thought was not poison, but he pretended to be poison in it. I don't know. That's fiction, Mrs. Sato. Let's hope it stays that way. If you ran out of change, you wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh. That's true, but if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change. London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful too, then. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Susato-san and I are going to make it to spring. I would put, like, all the change in there so I don't have to, like, do it every 2 hours or something. That's true, we don't even have a meter at Baker Street, let alone a gas stove. Why are you all not freezing? Look how dark the stain on the floor is underneath the meter there. Yes, from all the water dripping out after the ice coins melted, as you established in court this morning. I would have used a sponge, soak up the water that melt, and then reuse the water back into the soap. That would have been saving water too. Very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shakespeare must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose. It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. I give him that too. Well, I think that's it for here. Let me go back here. We need to show her that we can't present it? Oh, lame. Okay, never mind. Maybe I can after I talk to her. Let's see. Oops. Like yourself, I am. Thank you. Your ordeal. Okay, never mind. Is there like a fast button? Skip. Looks like she recovered from her accidental stabbing these. How do you recover that fast from accidental stabbing? Okay. It's like, you know, I imagine like a wound in your back. I don't think it'd be that fast. Or would it? I have no idea. And there's so many scenes to go through. 22nd February, Bar Road. Oh, thank God there's nothing here. Thank God there's nothing here. No worse for rare English rooms or spinning cover. I guess we could talk to them about the picture. 22nd February. Mr. and Mrs. Garadev's room. Mr. Garadev appears to be out. Oh well, I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Got it. Anything to examine here? No. Come back. We need one more place. Nice. Good news, Natsume-san. You probably didn't poison the guy. It's not out yet. 22nd February, local prison, cell 9. Oh, Mr. Natsume's back! So he is. Mr. Natsume, hello! I am a cat. Oh, this is the Wagahai wa neko de aru. That's the phrase. Sorry? I don't know who Mr. Natsume is, or Sherlock Holmes. I don't know about courts or trials or old Baileys. I am a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat. Oh, I guess here they're trying to make it seem like, you know, I don't want to be me myself, just be a cat, and that's why he wrote the book is what they're kind of connected to. Mr. Naruto, he's trying to escape from reality. Trying to? He already has, completely. So, what is your name then? The cat's name. As yet I have no name. Mr. Naruhodo! He hasn't fully filled out his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality. Do you think you could open your eyes for us, Mr. Natsume? My shadow on his face. Oh, he went back to normal. I am not a cat. It worked! He's back in the real world, Susato. Oh my god. What is going to become of me? No! Don't answer that! It's obvious! My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate! Mr. Natsume, no! This morning's proceedings in court prove that there's hope. Yes, locum student Mr. Naruto Esquire was brilliant, but the Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings, here, there, everywhere. What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there are some things we should discuss. Oh yes, we must. Oh, burst. In my whole life have I ever been so moved as I was today. No! Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more. But if I just block those out, then today, being in that courtroom was the most moving experience of my life. Welcome, student Mr. Naruto Esquire. You're too kind. Yeah, okay. Dramatic nutch. Scotland Yard found the remaining tea just as we deduced and are analyzing it as we speak. There's nothing wrong with that tea. You won't find a drop of poison in it. That's a solemn, sworn Suzuki, certainly. I keep waiting for alliteration to start. So many alliterations. Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night? Oh yes, most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like it was a hot bath for our bellies. And at the time, we were both completely fine. As shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shamspeare then engaged in a Romeo and Juliet match. I suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim then. Mr. Shamspeare, he's obviously lying. That rotten Shamspeare! What have I ever done to him? You don't recall him taking issue with you over anything you've done recently? Like the Romeo and Juliet battle? I've been holed up in my room immersed in books. I don't recall anything. Anything at all. Right. But what I don't understand is why he didn't let me know sooner. No, what sooner? Like, you know what, Mr. Natsume? About the soap, of course. What else? Oh, so you don't have to pay it too? Oh dear. Are you struggling with such a meager stipend? Of course I am, if I had money. I wouldn't have chosen to live in a cursed existence in such accursed lodgings. Oh yes, you said it's because the place is cursed that it's so cheap, didn't you? Exactly. Oh, yeah, tell us about that. Especially the room that I rent. The spirit of that capital offender who lived there still haunts the place, and it's trying to kill me. Capital offender? Might I ask, welcome student Minister Naruhodo Esquire, that the next time you visit me, you bring scores of super soft soaps. No. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay, wait, sorry. Finally, the present. Is it this guy? Is it this guy? Can't present everything. Mr. Natsume, it's nothing much, but oh, okay, now this one. Oh, it's been too long since I've been offered a present with that delightfully humble etiquette of our homeland. Oh, it's not a present, sorry. What? You're too kind, I accept it gladly. Oh, sorry, but I wasn't trying to give it to you, actually. Hello. Present. Present. What's this? It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamspeare's room. Ah, so he knew, did he? Sorry? About this man, Selden, the convicted killer, and the evil spirit behind the curse that fixed my lodgings. What? What? I took the words out of my mouth or something. He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another miserable, mustache, much maligned Japanese man. Mr. Natsume, if you know something, please, you must tell us. Tell us everything you know about this evil spirit. Capital offender. The truth is, I didn't know the details myself until very recently. That Zelda man was arrested about a year ago now, and at the time he was hiding out in lodgings at Mr. Garrodeb's house. What? He lived where you do now? That's right, yes, exactly where I live now, in my very room. Oh my! The room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offense? Wait. Is that why Mr. Garrodeb is always spying on them? Maybe he knows about the jewels and stuff. But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse. What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume? BGM stopped. It's already caused one death, a few months after the criminal passed away in prison. A man died in the room. A man who rented it after Selden, in fact. Oh, the guy. The olive green was close to him. The poor lodger, he was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside. Locked from the inside? Exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So that's the convict's curse, is it? Yes. Well, that was the start of it. Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume? Couldn't someone tell you, like Inspector Rexon? The official cause of death was asphyxia. I don't know how I've actually pronounced that. When I discovered the body, the room was full of gas. Gas? I found that out after I signed the lease. When Mr. Garrodeb came to tell me later, I couldn't stop myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I'd probably have been too scared to take the room. Landlords, lease, luckily, legal! Lucky for Mr. Garrodeb maybe, but not so lucky for poor Mr. Natsume. Oh yeah, he's one new tenant. Now you believe this curse is affecting you? I think Garrodeb is killing them, people. I don't know. It is. At first, I just felt as though I was being watched all the time. And then, and then you talked about having nightmares, didn't you? I think that's a gas. He's like inhaling something he should not be inhaling. The dead are trying to take me with them. They come after for me and try to suffocate me. Just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. And the room is as cold as ice. I think it's a gas. But why is your room so cold? London winters are too cold to bear without any heating on overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, the pilot light always goes out and the room fills with gas. But that's terrible. That's exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. Yeah, dude, that's called just poisoning. Like carbon monoxide poisoning. And then there's what happened to Mr. Shansbury last night, when he was mysteriously poisoned. There's clearly more to that incident than can be explained by a curse, though. Whatever can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garrodeb's rooms? What about this one? Oh, never mind with that one. Okay. I think that's it for that, and oh yeah, this part. Mr. Garrodeb comes. Thank you. 22nd February, Mr. and Mrs. Garrodeb's room. Ah, you're here now, Mr. Garrodeb. Red ball business it is for me, you know. Getting out and about. Were you at the Old Bailey by any chance? Naturally, fate of my lodgings hanging in the balance and all that. Not a trial to miss. The fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes. Of course, the place has caused quite a stir around the capital on more than one occasion already. As the old haunted lodgings, or some such. Ah, well, at least he knows. Makes you wonder what the blaze is going on, don't you? Yes, I'm sure it does. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Natsume's other trial just 2 days ago. Wait, when did Sherlock get here? What?
You were at the Old Bailey then, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened.
Stopped off at the prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business.
I see.
Oh, he got up. So what brings you to my haunted abode today, eh? I'll need to examine.
Converse.
Some fishy fella from the far east and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh? Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellas of late. Thanks to that belly curse.
Convict's curse, you mean?
But the story's heavy. Rotten scoundrels arrested here then. Then the next chap in the gas goes and keels over. Then there was that woman who dropped dead just outside on the street, not to mention the actor yesterday. I think maybe it's something to do with the... I think it's Shamspear keeping his gas always on or something, maybe? And the fact that they have no windows means there's no way for the gas to escape, and then so they all suffocate in their room from carbon monoxide poisoning. I don't know, that's what I'm thinking right now. The poison... I don't know if the poison that Miss Shamspear has is the same poison though. Anyway. Then there was that woman who dropped dead just outside on the street, not to mention the actor yesterday. And am I next to... Well, can't help but get the collie wobbles, can you? That's a phrase I've never heard before.
And you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street.
Do you mean Miss Green? She's not dead. Because Miss Green, who was stabbed by the back, and Mr. Shamspear, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still. Yes, well, so is that blasted convict's curse, it seems. Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. Why, it sounds like the lap of luxury. I'm not quite sure about that. Yeah, I was stabbed by the wife. Exactly. Well, there's no bath or toilet included, and no fireplace either. Wait, they're saying nothing then. How did they go to the toilet? But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? By watching the rise and fall of the flames in your gas lamps up here? Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things. In case there are any mishaps or such like. I think you've had your mishap already, sir. That's not helpful, Miss Holmes. Heaven forgive me. The words just came to my lips. You're lodgers. I don't know, I think he's suspicious. Some fishy fellow from the far east and a failed actor, chap of questionable character. Oh wait, did you say that already? There's no need for that, Mr. Gyakuten.
That's right, Mr. Natsume is in no way fishy.
It's undeniably peculiar, however. Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away? Yes, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone and he popped up the very same day. Never came across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were. I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on so much as the cheap rent, actually.
So, how long has Mr. Shamspear been lodging under your roof?
Yeah, that's the thing I want to know. The field actor chap? Let me see. Oh, of course. Yes, it's been 3 months now. Quite sure of it. He came after the prison guy left? Only 3 months. He's quite new here too then. And to what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Gyakuten, if I might ask? Well, it was that Selden scoundrels that happens. Selden? The convict, you mean? Selden and Shamspear have some kind of connection then? Dude. I'm thinking so. That convict chap Selden passed away in the clink 3 months ago now, you see? Some malady or whatever.
Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time.
Well, it was only 3 days later that the tragedian showed his face. The actor fellow. Really? It came right after, right? Because he knew he had jewels. Yes, I remember it quite distinctly.
'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shamspear, do desire to take thy room on, in the middle floor offered, erewhile for rent.
Terribly sorry and whatnot, but that won't be possible. I already have a lodge on the middle floor. Ground floor is vacant though.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine onto the what?
This crow must be muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor is taken. It's ground floor or nothing.
Very well, we have an accord.
Glad to hear it. We're going to Briar Road.
Lower Shakespeare's dance to celebrate.
Wait, so he took ground floor? Wait, who's on what floor? Oh, middle floor. Okay, right, middle floor. He wanted the jewel room, that's why. And then he killed the other guy in order to take the jewels or something that's supposed to be hidden, but he couldn't because the same day Natsume came in and he now framed the other guy for prison so that the guy's not in his room anymore so he can go and take the jewels. Okay, that's my theory right now. From what I heard in court today, sounds like the chap was thieving gas. He was 3 months in arrears with the rent too. Yes, the fellow was a belly player, alright. Why is he still there then? He's not paying rent. Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garrett.
We are most grateful. By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in what?
What's happened to you?
Shakespeare, my fellow. One of his most famous lines.
I've never heard of that.
I wish to divulge my own learning of the subject, for I have a turn for literature too, you know. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines then?
The last thing I think we need to know is this guy. Who's this guy?
Mr. Garrett, could I ask you to look at this photograph?
Is that your son who's with you there?
No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross was his name. Duncan Ross?
Yeah, dude, I'll read.
A street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot just for kicks, really. Was he by any chance the lodger before Mr. Natsume?
Yes, that's right.
Ah, he's also hitting his pipe. Ah, the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances. Just what Mr. Mustache was waiting for, one might say.
Yes, young Duncan lived in the room at the top of the first flight of stairs, before that Japanese chap.
Would you mind telling us a little more about him?
Father's death. This should be the last one.
Yes, Duncan Ross, young chap, was attending art school. Had to work to pay for it, mind. Moved into the middle floor room about a year ago, after that criminal Selden was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind him.
A history of cheap rent, maybe, yes. Not the history behind him.
Yes, well, anyway, it was one morning, about a month ago now. I hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching the gas lamp to see what my lodgers are up to at the time.
Oh, maybe that he died from gas and that's why he's watching the gas lamps, to make sure it's not weird.
So sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened. The smell of gas alerted me, it was. Ah, yes, synonymous with the smell of death. Called the police straight away, of course. An officer kicked the door off its hinges. Once we got inside, we all belly collapsed.
Because of the gas? Yeah.
Yes, the room was full of it. No air at all. The stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed. So Mr. Ross suffocated to death. Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas pipes were so old and all that. Can't tell you how much it set me back to have the lot replaced all over the house. But even after you had all that work done, Mr. Natsume says the same thing. That the stove goes out at night while he's asleep in bed. Well, it's the belly curse, the convict's curse. I've done my duty as landlord now.
Someone's feeling defensive. Oh, something's not working. I think it's definitely Shakespeare, or not Shakespeare, who's tampering with the gas, making so it goes out.
Oh, that reminds me, actually.
Yes?
About young Duncan, the night before the poor chap perished. He'd been writing a letter of affection to a young lady.
All green.
A love letter, you mean? Yes, where did I put it now?
Ah, here it is. But he never left it? He never sent it? Darn, what?
Here it is, left on my desk. If you'll excuse me. Let me see now. What does it say?
My most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Do you think that we should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence?
My dear Mrs. Sato, that is precisely why I preface my reading with, if you'll excuse me. It's like, you know, no offense, but offense. I feel we have more info stuff for Lady Quinby or Meteor Man to tell us. Oh, maybe. I think his gas thing was actually not to steal gas, but the point was to like do something with Mr. Natsume's gas. I think that's more likely. I will not excuse you, Mr. Holmes. No. Sadly, he didn't address it though. Oh, that's why he didn't send it. So I have no means of delivering the thing. Rather sad, really. I see, that's going to play on my mind. It's all green!
But really, the identity of Mr. Ross' sweetheart has no bearing on the case. I think we should leave well alone.
No, we should keep it.
Yes, I suppose you're right. No, we should keep it.
Indeed, the intended recipient's address is missing. However,
there is a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart. How the heck did you all not read this? Mr. Holmes, please! I've already had to chastise you about this once.
Undying love to you, my colorful darling. Olive green. Yeah, dude. Dude, I legit knew about this already.
Ah! Oh, olive green. A woman who was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back outside this house 5 days ago. The victim of the last case looks like I was in court for. Regained consciousness only yesterday. Is it just chance that her name has come up now? Could it possibly be a mere coincidence? Of course it's not. It's fate. Mr. Naruto, whatever can this mean? Maybe she was doing something there specifically, and then she was investigating, and then like someone actually stabbed her on purpose. Reading personal correspondence can have its merits. You see, Miss Sato. Ooh, ha 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 ha. Oh, we're done. Is there anything left then? Oh, I've been oh, thank you. You see, I knew we were gonna need to visit her. She's gone. Where is she? Mr. Naruto, I've just finished speaking with the doctor. It seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last. This is good news, but hopefully just before she leaves... Ah! What is it? Oh, she's crying. While drinking water. Miss Green! Oh, was she hiding? What was that? She clearly just hit something behind her back. Yo, Susato, go to court. What? One moment. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Oh, hello everyone. What are y'all doing here? The doctor has said I can be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Oh, nothing, really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all. Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat with you if that's alright. I don't really have anything else to tell you. Alright, she's definitely behaving strangely. Let's see if we can't coax something out of her. Oh, do I converse? Wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green. Oh yes, I mean, thank you. Once people are better, hospital staff don't want them lingering, wasting space. Not people like me, anyway. So I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. I probably shouldn't stand around and chat. He certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk. That's for sure. Okay, in that case, let's present some evidence. Is this your brother? Or your sweetheart? Sorry, not brother. Because they have similar bangs. Okay, I blame the bangs. Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross. You knew him, didn't you? This picture's right there. Like, legit on the shelf right there, but okay.
Was she gonna take poison? Was she gonna take poison? I thought it was gonna be like water, but it might have been poison. Like, so why would she do it here? I guess not. Oh no, I'm sorry. So sorry. Bottle of medicine fell down when she did. Oh, Miss Green, are you alright? Oh, that pink is really weird. There's no drink that's pink. That's not that pink, hot pink. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to startle you like that. No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. How do you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter to you. You guys should have read it. He was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you became romantically involved? Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. After 1 year? Already? That's why he decided to move into a cheaper room to save money for the wedding. And that's what led him to Mr. Garrideb's. Yes, he told me he'd found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End, and yet, what happened to you? And then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened. We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks desperately sad. I was starting to think that's just her look. But now I see that she has every reason to feel the universe is against her. Did she tell something? I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but would you mind leaving me in peace now? Darn it. I have to leave the hospital soon. Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to hold you up. Darn it, she didn't tell us anything. Of course we'll be on our— Mr. Naruto! Oh, him. Surely you were not about to leave? That's quite out of the question. What? Mr. Holmes? I didn't realize you were here. But of course I was here, my dear fellow. Watching intently from the shadows, as always. Like a stalker. Well, make your presence known next time. Mr. Holmes, what's this about? Something which occurred to me with some regularity, Mrs. Sato, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi— what does that mean again? I forgot. Oh, that part. Why solve a case after it's happened, instead of preventing a case before it happens? That is what sets a great detective apart. What do you mean? There is a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruto. Yeah, the thing she just built. So let us avert disaster. Let's prevent this case from ever happening with nothing but careful observation. Alright. All the clues you need are set before you. You need only look and you cannot fail to see it. I see it already. Wait, the rat died. What the heck? She was gonna take poison. You know you can do it, Mr. Naruto. I know you can. Dude, the rat just died. I thought that was her rat. A dead rat. That mouse seems to be dead. Look, I didn't notice it there before, did you? I think perhaps it drank the medicine. Medicine, in quotes, that spilled out of the bottle. But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived. She was about to suicide. You don't think? Ah, I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of this scene. That of a tragedy about to take place. She was gonna say, leave, I'm gonna drink this again. Yes, I think it's falling into place. Oh no, don't leave her alone then. Miss Green, contents of the bottle you had before has spilled out on the floor, and the poor mouse that drank it has sadly died. Oh! I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained powerful poison. This reminds me of the other poison thing, where the eyes were dilated or something. Don't worry, I'll attend to the mouse presently. Well, I don't know about 10, but dispose. But okay. Or like, whatever. Miss Green, were you intending to go the same way as that rodent? To take your own life? Look! Once we left, you would have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? and taken the poison? No!
Miss Green, please. Please talk to us.
At least tell us before you go, at the very least. Like at the very least, I mean, I wouldn't want you to die either, but like at the very least, tell it before you go. I can look at this. It feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere. Yes, it may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Holmes believes was about to happen here. Let's look at it. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it. Let's look at painting. Mr. Duncan Ross, who would ever have thought he was engaged to be married to Miss Green? To lose one's beloved fiancé must be painful enough. But then Miss Green suffered that awful injury, and outside her fiancé's former lodgings too. Fate can be very cruel sometimes. That's everything. Oof. 10 seconds later, and we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green. Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight has been lifted. Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine? I looked away. Where'd that rat go? Yeah, it's at the bottom. And now Settle took it away because Dad... Well, with this being a hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves kept his medicine cabinet open for a while. So I snuck this out when he wasn't looking. Why is there a poison bottle? Or I guess it's like too much of a medicine can be a poison thing. It conspicuously lacks a label. I wonder what it contains. I'm afraid I don't really know. But I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Aww. Oh please, Miss Green, don't talk of such things. Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison. Yes, a poor little mouse is proof of that. Oh no, no, it's all my fault. What have I done? I should remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection? I mean, it's empty now, almost. No, none. Neither the sender's name or address appears to be written on the envelope or the card. They arrived by post at my home the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here. I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. She was set up. She was supposed to be killed then. Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on 17th. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. You should have said it after you got like stabbed in the back, because I think that's pretty obvious someone set you up. Wait a minute. 17th of this month? That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road. And 5 p.m. is precisely the time when the incident occurred. Suspicious. The Slug and Salad. Yes, a pub on the northern corner of Briar Road. Briar Road being the street that Mr. Garrett's house is on. Does this mean that... Someone's after her. Yes, I'm sure you've guessed. That day when I was struck in the back by the knife, I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. Goodness! So that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day. Why didn't you just tell? I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. Was that it? I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I've told you everything. Yes, I'm very sorry to have had to drag up such painful memories for you. No, it's fine. Actually, tell her. No, make sure someone watches her, dude. I don't want her to do something like else that she regrets. The scream. Please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway while you can get it again. And besides... I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. It might sound a little conceited, but, well, that's how all this has made me feel. Leaving Miss Green and Miss St. Bartholomew's behind, we made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Holmes. Well, it would appear we've reached the end of the investigative trail for today. Yes, it's light. And Mr. Naruhodo? Did you discover anything that may be of use to you in court tomorrow, do you think? Details about Mr. Shamspeare, Mr. Gerard's lodgings, the convict's Celadon. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see to the heart of it, if you ask me. That's my feeling, anyway. I can't help wondering about the results of the analysis. Into Mr. Natsume's tea, you mean? Yes. Will they have found... I forgot how to pronounce this. Strychnine in it or not? Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend, Mr. Reaper. Oh dear. Yes, Barack Van Zix. But I wish you every success, of course. And though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed at a crisp hour and attend the trial. Huh, will you? Mr. Holmes, you're going to come? Indeed, whatever happens, I shall be there. Assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning. Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused, keep fighting for Mr. Natsume's cause until the very end. Oh, sounds like the end. This is the fast part. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people, away from the razzle-dazzle, down back alleys and behind bricked-up windows, lonely lurk. Wait, why does it sound like it's the end of like next? To be continued forever. Late. Suzuki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here, and so I felt honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Holmes said, tomorrow would be a new dawn. For all of us. We will be continued one day in the future. That's what it feels like. Yep. Save progress. And that's the thing for this one. And I guess that's all for here. What do I want to do next? It's only been 1 hour and 30 minutes. I think depends how the next part. If it's short, I'll continue. Let's see. Is it short? Trial part 2. There's no way it's gonna be short. There is no way. Well, I guess I'll end it here for this time, and if I'm bored, I'll come back again sometime later today. Maybe, maybe not. Next part's guaranteed to be super long, so, well, time for me to go get some lunch then. Yeah, thanks for everyone. Have a good day. Talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.